If you have these 3 items in your home, chances are you are living in a space where your energy is being drained, and you might not even know it. In Feng Shui, a house is not just a shelter. It is considered a living body that breathes, has energy flows, and holds energetic memories. Every single object in the house is like a cell in that body. When the energy of an item aligns with the space, it uplifts. When it is misaligned, it drains. What is even more surprising is that the smallest, most sacred-looking objects, often overlooked, can actually be the strongest energy vacuums if placed incorrectly or used in the wrong way. When the energy starts leaking, warmth is the first thing to disappear, followed by health, wealth, and peace of mind. This video will help you clearly identify 3 familiar yet risky objects, explain why they become energy drainers, and guide you through safe and simple steps to restore your home back to a state of lightness, clarity, and vibrant energy. Make sure to watch from beginning to end, because even one small change today could shift the entire atmosphere of your home. Before we begin, take a moment to speak this positive affirmation out loud to open up a new energy flow for yourself. I am clearing out negative energy and welcoming peace into my home. When you say something good, good energy begins to move. If you are interested in Feng Shui, spiritual well-being, and easy tips to help your home stay full of positive energy, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Every week, I will bring you practical, easy-to-follow advice to help keep your health strong, your mind calm, and your prosperity flowing steadily into your home. So what are these objects that could be draining your home's energy and disrupting its natural flow? Right now, I am going to reveal them to you, one by one, so you can clearly understand what may be silently affecting your life. The first object: statues and spiritual charms. Many people buy statues of Buddha, Guan Yin, the god of wealth, or small spiritual charms from markets, tourist shops, or online stores. They believe that placing a statue in the living room brings prosperity, carrying a charm in the wallet offers protection, or hanging one in the car helps prevent accidents. The intention is not wrong, but here's the issue. Most of these items have not been properly consecrated, have no energy guidance, and are sometimes created in environments with extremely low vibrations. A sacred-looking item that is not energetically awakened is like a lifeless body, empty and easily affected by outside energies. In Feng Shui, these empty objects often become reverse energy vacuums. Instead of radiating protective energy like you expect, they quietly absorb the life force around them just to sustain themselves. And the closest energy source? The people living in the home. That is why some homes may look clean and bright, but still feel cold and heavy. Some people notice that the more they light incense, the more unsettled they feel. The more they pray, the more drained they become. That is a classic sign the sacred object is pulling in energy instead of offering protection. What makes it worse is that these objects are often placed in the wrong spot, near bathrooms, in dark corners, under mirrors, or next to televisions, where electromagnetic waves and chaotic energy collide. In Feng Shui, when a sacred item is placed in the wrong direction or in a disturbed energy zone, it can turn against the owner, creating reverse energy flow and gradually lowering the home's vibrational balance. At first, it may show up as insomnia or fatigue, but it can grow into conflicts, financial loss, or unexplained health issues. If you suspect you have such an object in your home, take a close look. If the statue has lost its shine, gathers dust quickly, has a dull expression, or makes you feel heavy when you approach it, those are clear signs. Do not rush to throw it away. First, cleanse its energy. Gently wipe it with a clean cloth dipped in warm water. Then, pass it through the smoke of natural incense to clear stagnant energy. You can also place it under the moonlight overnight to balance its vibration. After cleansing, place it in a bright, elevated, and dry area, away from hidden corners and damp places. If the heavy feeling remains, consider performing a small ritual to return the object to a sacred place. Thank it for its time in your home, then take it to a temple or release it into clean flowing water. In Feng Shui, this is not considered discarding. It is returning the energy to its rightful place, allowing natural resolution. From there, be more mindful when choosing spiritual objects. If you want to bring in a statue or charm, choose ones made from natural materials: wood, bronze, stone, or genuine crystal, and craft it in a peaceful, spiritually clean environment. Avoid crowding too many sacred items in a small space. Powerful energies can clash. And most importantly, when you bring a sacred item into your home, your own energy must be clear and calm. Sacred objects cannot save a person driven by greed. They only amplify what already lives within. The second object, the rudraksha bead. In ancient spiritual culture, the rudraksha bead is considered a sacred symbol of Lord Shiva, the god of awakening and transformation. People believe wearing it provides protection, mental clarity, and spiritual insight. But what most people do not realize is this: the rudraksha holds extremely powerful energy, and because of that, it is not suitable for everyone. The rudraksha is not just a piece of jewelry or a symbol of faith. In Feng Shui and spiritual practice, it is viewed as a living object with its own energy frequency. When worn, its energy directly interacts with your biofield. If the energies align, the bead can bring clarity, calm, and spiritual focus. But if the energies do not match, the result can be chaotic. It may disrupt the internal energy flow, creating mood swings, mental fog, and gradually draining your vitality. What many people overlook is that each rudraksha bead has a unique vibration level, depending on the number of mukhi, which refers to the natural grooves or lines on the bead. The more mukhi it has, the stronger the energy. And only those with a solid spiritual foundation and deep energetic awareness should wear high mukhi beads. If someone lives an ordinary life filled with stress, emotions, and mental pressure, the bead's strong vibration can clash with their energy field, causing fatigue, insomnia, or unexplained emotional turbulence. A serious issue today is the abundance of fake or chemically treated rudraksha beads on the market. These are often dyed or altered to look more attractive, but they lose their natural energy. Or worse, they carry absorbed negative energy from the manufacturing process and multiple human contacts. Wearing such beads does not boost your energy. In fact, they drain your clean energy to compensate for what the bead lacks. In Feng Shui, a rudraksha only functions properly when worn with a calm mind, balanced inner energy, and after it has been properly cleansed and activated. Traditionally, people rinse the bead with clean water, soak it in natural oil, and place it under moonlight to stabilize its energy before use. Only then should it be worn, with a peaceful mind, free from anger, fear, or desperate desire. If worn during stress or sickness, the bead absorbs all the chaotic energy and can turn that back onto the wearer. If you are wearing a rudraksha and feel tired, irritable, unfocused, or like your energy keeps dropping, take it off immediately. Place it in pink Himalayan salt or dry rice for 24 hours to absorb excess energy. Then rinse it gently with clean water, dry it, and store it in a quiet, naturally lit space. If the heavy feeling remains, stop using it completely and return it to a sacred natural place. In Indian spiritual belief, the rudraksha is considered a living entity, so giving it back to nature is the safest and most respectful way to let go. The third object, ancient sacred stones. The final item you should pay close attention to is ancient sacred stones, the kind believed to hold powerful universal energy, formed over millions of years in the depths of earth and water. Many people believe these stones purify their space, protect the household, or bring inner peace. But in reality, not everyone should keep these stones at home, because their energy can be so intense that if misused, it may disrupt the natural energy flow. In Feng Shui, a home is like a living body. Every room and every corner has its own breath, all working together to create balance. When a highly energized object is placed at the center of this system, without proper awareness, it can absorb all the surrounding energy and hold on to it. As a result, the natural energy flow becomes blocked. The air feels heavier, people feel tired, and the household's fortune may slowly decline for no apparent reason. What is even more concerning is that most sacred stones sold today are actually man-made or synthetic. They are polished, dyed, and given fancy names to sell more easily. These stones carry no natural energy. In fact, they may hold the residual energies from manufacturing, storage, and handling by many people. When placed in the home, they do not purify anything. Instead, they absorb the space's energy just to exist. If you are keeping such a stone, pause and observe it. Real stones usually have natural patterns, uneven colors, and a smooth yet non-glossy texture. When you hold them, they feel warm and pleasant over time. Fake stones, by contrast, feel cold, dry, and heavy. Spaces where they are placed often become dimmer, with less light, and people living nearby may suffer from insomnia, unexplained fatigue, or irritability. To fix this, the first thing you must do is cleanse the stone's energy. Rinse it with clean water, pass it through incense smoke, or place it under the full moon overnight to rebalance its frequency. Then, store it in a place with natural light, good airflow, and peace. Avoid placing it at the center of the home, on altars, or near electrical sources, as the stone's energy could clash with those energies. If the heavy feeling still lingers, it is best to return the stone to nature. Place it at the base of a tree, bury it in clean soil, or release it into clear flowing water. This is the gentlest way to dissolve energy without creating backlash. In Feng Shui, ancient sacred stones are best suited for those with a calm mind, a slow lifestyle, and regular meditation practice. If you live with high pressure, emotional ups and downs, or in a household with elders and young children, it is better not to keep these stones. Uncontrolled, strong energy is like harsh light. When left on for too long, it tires the eyes instead of warming the space. If you love the energy of nature, choose gentler and more harmonious stones, like clear quartz, rose quartz, or genuine crystal. These stones carry a softer vibration, are easier to adapt to, and help create a balanced, peaceful atmosphere in your home. And now, you might be asking yourself, how could these seemingly sacred objects actually drain energy from your home? The answer lies in the invisible energy flow moving all around you, where even the slightest misalignment can throw the entire balance off. All three objects we have just talked about share one thing in common. They possess active energy. This means they are not just passively existing in your space, but constantly radiating their own vibrations into the environment. In Feng Shui, sacred objects are seen as energy transmitters. When they are properly consecrated and placed in the right spot, their energy blends with the natural flow in your home, creating balance and supporting life force. But if the owner does not understand the energy of the object, or if their own energy is incompatible, the object will automatically seek balance by pulling energy from its surroundings, including from the people living there. This mechanism is similar to what happens when hot and cold water meet. The colder water draws heat from the warmer one to balance temperatures. Sacred items act the same way. When their energy is stronger than yours, they absorb your life force to stabilize themselves. As a result, the object becomes heavier and more inert, while you begin to feel tired, mentally unsettled, irritable, or unable to sleep. This does not mean the object is bad. It simply means your energy and the object's energy are not in harmony. When the frequencies are mismatched, the object constantly seeks to self-regulate by draining the energy around it. This situation becomes even more serious when too many sacred objects are placed together in the same area without proper consecration or thoughtful arrangement. Each item has its own nature. Some carry yang energy, others carry yin. Some belong to the water element, others to fire. When placed too close, their energies clash and cancel each other out, creating a chaotic energy field. The life force in the home becomes tangled, no longer flowing freely. You may notice the space feels heavy. Plants struggle to grow. People feel constantly fatigued, and abundance seems to fade. So, if you realize there are objects in your home with misaligned energy, or you simply feel the atmosphere has grown heavy, what should you do? Do not worry. There are simple, effective steps you can take to restore balance right where you live. In Feng Shui, keeping your home clean, bright, and full of natural light is one of the easiest and most powerful ways to maintain a prosperous energy flow. A well-lit home is one where energy moves freely, where yang energy is constantly circulating without obstruction. Open your windows each morning to let sunlight and fresh air in. Light and wind are the two most essential elements in clearing out stagnant energy and refreshing the life force throughout your space. When your home is naturally lit, your mind becomes cooler, your mood more positive, and your emotions easier to manage. Also, you do not need to keep too many sacred objects. Fewer, well-chosen items create a more stable and harmonious energy flow. Every sacred item holds a unique vibration, so choose only those that truly resonate with your own energy. Do not buy something just because it looks nice, sounds powerful, or is trending. The more powerful an object is, the more it requires someone with matching energy to keep it balanced. When choosing a Feng Shui object, go for natural materials like wood, bronze, or real stone. Place them in well-lit, elevated, and dry areas. Each item in your home should have a clearly defined space, so its energy can flow without interference or clashing with other energies. A crucial element in keeping positive energy is regular cleansing. No matter how beautiful your home is, its energy field can still gather energetic dust over time. That is why it is important to cleanse your space once a month, or right after moments of tension, illness, or anytime you feel the energy has grown dense. There are many simple but effective ways to do this. You can sprinkle natural sea salt in the corners of your rooms. Leave it for 24 hours, then sweep it away. Or you can burn natural incense and let the smoke flow through the areas where you live and work, most often to purify the energy field. A gentler method is to place a bowl of clean water in the center of the room overnight, then pour it out the next morning. Water naturally absorbs lingering, stagnant energy. If you want even more balance, let your home receive moonlight. The moon carries a cooling, gentle yin energy that can soften and harmonize overly yang environments, especially those with strong lighting or many electronic devices. You can also mix a few drops of essential oil into clean water and gently wipe down your doorways, altars, and workspaces, the places that often store emotional energy. As you clean, stay calm, breathe slowly, and imagine the negative energy being washed away, leaving only peace and clarity behind. Once your space is clean and filled with light, you will start to notice the subtle movements of energy more clearly, because every space is constantly breathing, and that energy flow is what shapes your emotions, health, and overall fortune. In Feng Shui, the energy of a home is compared to the bloodstream of the human body. It must constantly flow and circulate. A home with smooth, flowing energy is a healthy home. But when the energy becomes blocked, stagnant energy builds up, and those who live there can feel tired, tense, or even fall ill without knowing why. Every wall, every object, every sound in the home contributes to shaping that flow. Even just one dark, damp, or cluttered corner can create an energetic blockage, throwing the entire space off balance. Energy in the home does not come from sunlight or fresh air alone. It also comes from the emotions of the people who live there. Every thought, word, and action leaves behind an invisible, energetic trace. If your home is filled with arguments, worry, or sadness, that energy seeps into the walls and furniture and builds up over time. But when your home is filled with laughter, gratitude, and love, positive energy flows effortlessly. So keeping your mind calm and your words gentle is another powerful way to nourish your home's good energy. One often overlooked element is the breath of the home. Windows must be opened regularly to allow new energy in and old energy out. If your home is always sealed shut, the energy becomes trapped, making you feel stuck, unmotivated, or mentally foggy. Let your house breathe every day, even if just for a few minutes. Something as simple as opening a window in the morning or lighting a fragrant incense stick at night can encourage gentle energy movement and help the home stay vibrant. In Feng Shui, the ideal living space is where yin and yang, stillness and movement, are in balance. Light is yang, darkness is yin, sound is movement, silence is stillness. When all of these elements are harmonized, the energy in your home becomes steady and pleasant. If your home feels too bright or too quiet, you can soften it by adding gentle natural touches like a potted plant, the sound of water, a wind chime, or soft meditation music. These subtle vibrations activate energy and keep the atmosphere fresh and alive. Most importantly, always remember, the energy of your home reflects the energy of the people living in it. If you live with gratitude, love, and calm awareness, your home will gradually become warmer, brighter, and more welcoming. But if your heart is heavy, filled with stress or resentment, even the most beautiful home will feel heavy. When you shift your mindset, the energy around you shifts with it. A home filled with good energy does not need to be packed with sacred objects. It just needs people who know how to appreciate and cherish each moment spent there. Your home is not just the place you come back to after a long day. It is a space that silently reflects the energy within you. When the energy flow is kept clean, bright, and balanced, your life naturally becomes a lighter, more vibrant, and full of life. Every morning ray of sunlight, every breeze passing through your window, and every laugh shared over a meal, all of it nourishes your life force and builds a true home. Feng Shui is not about decorating with as many expensive items as possible. It is about creating harmony between people in their space. When you care for your home with kindness and gratitude, tending to even the smallest corners with love, your home will respond with peace and prosperity. So take time to listen to your home. Maybe it just needs a little cleaning, a window opened, or even just a quiet thank you. Every small action is a chance to renew the energy. And then you will realize, as long as your heart is bright, the energy around you will naturally become pure, and good fortune will find its way to you. If you feel this message resonates with you, let us open a new flow of energy together by writing a positive affirmation in the comments below. I am radiating light, peace, and prosperity within my home. When you send out good energy, the universe reflects it back in even more beautiful ways. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that each week I can share with you more simple yet powerful Feng Shui wisdom, helping your home stay full of positive energy, your heart stay calm, and your blessings stay close to your family.